Welcome back. In the previous lesson, we have seen how to install MongoDB Community Edition at the same time we have seen how to install MongoDB shell. And also we have seen also we have seen how to configure the MongoDB in Visual Studio Code. And once you have configured that, what you can see is that MongoDB. Right now there are no connections over there, and let's put some connections here. For that, first you need to do is you need to enter the MongoDB shell. So let me maximize this and type mongo sh. And the moment you type the mongo sh, and we are in the Mongo shell. And here you can see that there is a URI that is connecting to something like this. What you need to do is you need to select this one and copy it. In order to copy it, we need to use the shortcut key Ctrl+Shift+C, and this will copy the URI in the command window. Now click on the add connection, and the moment you click on the add connection, there is a tab that opens up, and here you can see the connect with connecting string. Click on the connect, and it will ask you to enter the URI here. Paste the URI that whatever you have copied. Now press enter. The moment you press enter, now you can see the database is connected to the localhost 27017. That's what exactly you will see here. If you see this, then you have successfully connected to the MongoDB. Now by default, you can see there are three databases are by default available, which is admin, config, and local. You can also see the same kind of details even in the terminal or shell. In order to look into the details, or in order to show all the databases that is available, the command that we need to use is show dbs and press enter. And this will actually show all the databases that was currently available. Let me clear it. In order to clear it, we need to use CLS. Now, by default, it was there in the test, and in order to move to this, in order to enter into this particular database, you need to use the command use and followed by the database name. In this case, let's say I want to go to that database admin, and for that you need to use the command use admin and press enter. And here you go, this will move into the database admin. And that thing you can see here in the terminal admin and followed by angle brackets. If you see this, then you have successfully moved into the admin. Okay, so this is how you can switch between the database. Now, how to create the database? In order to create the database, we will also use the same command use. Let's use command use, and in order to create a new database, all you need to do is just enter the new database that you want. Let me say I want to create a database called employee. If the database is already available, then it will switch between the database. Otherwise, it will create a new database. And in my case, I don't see the employee is there. Now let's press enter, and this will actually create a database employee. But however, if you type the show dbs, it will not show the employee here. The reason it will not show employee because there are no collections that was there in this table. So until unless you create a collection, you cannot see the database. So for that, what we have to do is let's create a collection. In order to create a collection, the command that we need to use is db.create collection and use this parenthesis. Now inside the parenthesis, you need to mention the name of the collection that you need to create. Let me type emp is what the name of the collection I want to create under the employee database. Now press enter. Now you can see the message OK1, which means that I have successfully created the collection. Now you can type the show dbs and press enter, and this time you can see the employee is there. And in just what you do in order to see here, just refresh it, and the moment you refresh it, or just you expand it, or you collapse and expand it again, probably you can see the employee database again here. All right, so this is how we can create a database. And let's also see how to drop the database. In order to drop the database, you need to use the command db.drop database and press enter. So what it means is it will drop the database and also delete all the collections that was there in the database. That's it. This is how we can drop the database. And now we can type the show DBS. And here you can see that there is no table called employee. And even here, let's collapse it, and after that expand it, which means a refresh. And even here also we can't see the employee here. That's how we can create and delete the database using the command line. Let's quickly go back to the Compass and see exactly the same operations that whatever we did in the Compass. Okay, let's type MongoDB Compass, and we have already installed this. Let's click on this. Compass is a user interface where we can do all the operations whatever we did here in the command prompt, we can do without any coding. Okay, so once you're there in the Compass, and of course I have already connected to this, so let me delete one thing. Let me remove all these things, connections. Now let's start from the beginning. By default, when nothing is there, and this is how the Compass will looks like. So first it will ask you to create the connections. What you have to do is that either you can click on add new connection here or here. Either way is fine. Let's click on the new connection. And now it will ask you for the URI. And we already have the URI that was already there. And for that, let's go to my Visual Studio Code. And what I'll do is let's scroll up, and here you can see the connecting URI is there, and you can safely copy it by using the shortcut key Ctrl+Shift+C, or you can exit it and clear, and then start the Mongo sh, and now you can see the connecting URI too. You can also select this one and safely copy the URI using the shortcut key Ctrl+Shift+C. Now go to the Compass and remove the URI that is existing there and paste the URI here. Now what you do is click on Save and Connect. The moment you click on Connect, and here you go, you can see that the connections that you can see here. Now click on this connection, and here you can see that it will move to the new tab, and there are the 3 databases that you can see here, which is admin, config, and local. In order to create a new database, you need to click on the create database here. Now enter the database name you want, which is employee. Next, type the collection name, let's say EMP. Now click on the create database. The moment you do this, and this is how we can easily create the collection and create the database in a matter of seconds. Cool, right? This is how we can create a database using Compass. And even you can delete the database by hover on the database, which is employee database, and there you can see the trash icon is there. If you click on this, this will actually drop the database. All you need to do is you need to type the database name. Let's say here it is employee. and carefully type this and click on drop database. This will drop the database along with all the collections that was there inside the database. Cool. So this is how we can create, delete the database even in Compass. In the next lesson, we're going to talk more on this. Until then, happy learning.